Chapman has grabbed the lead, and Fairfield does.
Nimaway swung in front, Restless down and Slickerfield coming at it. Courage under fire, Spruce Satin not in front.
Sky Racing at home on the track.
Terrific day ahead of us on Sky Racing. It is Brisbane Cup Day, the TJ Smith, and great racing right around Australia today. The first at Randwick is an early start, 9 minutes away, and the runners going onto the track there. Marvilla, a rating special in the first, rating 100 over 2 Duo, 3 Grand Esteem and 5 Visani. 1, 2, 3 and 5. Okay, here they are, small field, 2.30 about Marvilla. Then to Duo at $3, Grand Esteem at $6.60, Razor Jane 11s along with Visani and Never Promised. Now the first event has a field of 6 to go around and the favourite number 1, Marvilla. Now there's a riding change later in the day in race 6, and that is on 14 Firebright, Paul Falvey. Now, number 14 Firebright, Paul Falvey. There's the market order at Randwick, Marvilla in front of Duo. They look the leading hopes. Grand Esteem and Visani, Razor Jane and Never Promised.
Over the 1,000 metres, and a lot of interest in whether Marvilla can carry 62.5 and win. She's the firm favourite on Tab Limited, 220 and 150. Ahead of number 2 Duo, 310 and 180, and 3 Grand Esteem, 510, $2. And they're about to be called up here at the 1,000 metres. A pleasant day in Sydney. Track is rated as dead, but a little better than what it was Saturday. As Nick joins us, morning to you, Nick, and our audience through Sky Channel on the pub and club service with us now, and on this very pleasant day in Sydney, they're moving up for the first. Marvilla favourite, ahead of Duo and Grand Esteem, but as far as the ring is concerned, plenty of confidence in Marvilla. And the second pick is Grand Esteem. Little money for the Queenslander late, and Duo easing a little, but 1, 2, 3 on course as well as tote. Rail out the 3 metres today. It was a ½ metre on Saturday, 3 today. Never Promised, about to move forward in the ownership of a number of people, including Reg Grundy. Great name in entertainment circles around the world, particularly in Australia. Starter Bill Cooper walking down to his stand. Hello, there's Visani through the stalls. Visani through the gates, no damage done. Brent Stanley quickly has Visani under control. Of course, Visani won at Canterbury the other day, but lost it on protests. There's a protest by the rider of the third horse against Visani. And the second horse, Little Madame, ultimately got the race. And Visani relegated to third. Visani back round behind the gates rather swiftly. And Brent Stanley about to bring her back in. Okay, well, Visani, an escapee, is back around behind the stalls and goes in once more, and the small field is set for the first. The Turner Freeman handicap, and they're away. And the favourite Marvilla jumped best, commencing nicely, was the second pick Duo, who's racing Marvilla for the early lead, then Never Promised, followed by Grand Esteem Visani, and immediately dropping out to last is Razor Jane. They gallop along past the 700, and Duo sprints to a lead of 1.5 lengths on Marvilla. Third is Never Promised, and Grand Esteem is running fourth, 1 length of Visani, and 3 lengths to Razor Jane. Down to the turn at the 500 marker, and Duo 1 length on Marvilla. Similar margin and wider out as Never Promised, followed on the inside by Grand Esteem. Visani second last, and a couple Razor Jane in the stretch and on top of the rise. Duo shaken up, given a couple of cracks with the whip. Likewise Marvilla, who put in a dipsy doodle on the inside. Grand Esteem, and then comes Razor Jane. Grand Esteem is out after this leader. Duo and the Queenslanders doing by far the better. Grand Grand Esteem shook off Doe Duo, then Marvilla anchored by a big weight, but Grand Esteem walks in. Grand Esteem from Doe Duo and Marvilla, then Razor Jane Visani and Never Promised. Number 3, Grand Esteem, Danny Beasley, straight through along the rails. On the tab in New South Wales, 460 and 180. Doe Duo, number 2, $1.70, and Marvilla, number 1, no third tote. That's the way you'll find them, placed by Last Tycoon from Biz Lotto. Grand Esteem, trained at Thornhill Park by Bruce McLaughlin in Queensland, and owned by the Squirrel Racing Syndicate and J&P O'Brien. And this filly, having her 18th start, won her 3rd race today, and she's had 4 seconds and 4 thirds to boot. And she'd been racing reasonably in Brisbane since coming back for this campaign, but a smart move by Bruce to bring her to Sydney, and she hasn't had a lot of luck in Brisbane in a couple of those runs. And today, better fortune went away and she scored. 3, 2, 1 and 4 on the first, clocked in 58.41. The record held by Grill Room, 57.30. And the official totes read this way. Number 3, Grand Esteem, 460, 180. Number 2, Doe Duo, 170. No third one, Marvilla. Quinella, 860. Exacta, 1580. Trifecta, 2130. The first 4 divvy has paid $111.60. The margins, 1 3/4, 2 lengths, 58.41. And the last 600 in 34.53. One down.
Now they're moving in very well for the first at Flemington, the trial hurdle. Let's take you there for the first to Greg Miles.
Most of them ready. The favourites of Ben's has moved up alongside River Boy. He'll certainly appreciate the dry surface today. Now, Crown Duo, one of the trifecta of runners from the Musgrave team, moved up into the stalls. The Rampager, last start Ballarat winner, about to move up. Celtic Revenge on the move behind the line. This day 12 months ago he went round in the Brisbane Cup. Lines up on the hurdle today down at Flemington. Noah Yarn has moved along. Here's Zidane coming up into the stalls now. Backs up from his flat run the other day at Moonee Valley. The Rampager is set. Crown Duo ready near the outside. Celtic Revenge to move in. Track is good. Rail out 6. Penetrometer is 4.14. Favourite for the first is the Benz. They're all locked away and set to go. 11 hurdles. Race over 2,840 metres and they're off. And let's see now, Knockrow began okay with River Boy, and Ben's got away well towards the outside, and Crown Duo's going forward as they reach the first obstacle now. Classic Kid is in behind the pace, followed by Super Cobra. Lone Shark getting over to the rails with Worldwide Web. Knockrow led coming to the next hurdle in front of Zidane. Right behind them is River Boy. Pace is generous early. Going up Ben's on the outside, and then Classic Kid, Super Cobra. Noah Yarn, Crown Duo's on them, improved 2 wider out, followed by Lone Shark as they go to the next jump. Then Worldwide Web about 3 lengths to Celtic Revenge. Over on the outside of the Rampager at about 6 lengths away is Tankard. Knockrow the leaders. Ben's on the outside as they leave the straight and head to the riverside. River Boy right behind them third, and Zidane's fourth on the rail. 3 lengths away in the field then. Crown Duo 3 deep on the outside of Classic Kid, Super Cobra the rail. A couple of lengths to Noah Yard, and then Lone Shark, Worldwide Web. He's got a little further back than expected, followed by Celtic Revenge, and then trailed the Rampager as they go to the next one on the riverside. Last of all is Tankard. Up near the 1800 metre mark, and the pace has been very solid from the word go for a hurdle. Knockrow the inside, and Benz. These two having their first start over the jumps go to the 1700 hurdle, 3 lengths in front of River Boy. Similar margin away in third placing Zidane, and then a break of 3 lengths to Crown Duo, Noah Yarn. Super Cobra the inside about 7th, followed by Classic Kid, and then Celtic Revenge as they go to the next jump. Next is Lone Shark, Worldwide Web. Well back is the Rampager, and last of all is Tankard as they're inside the 1400, and Benz had now gone to a clear lead, and he's out by 3 or 4 lengths. Knockrow second, River Boy third on the outside. Zidane got into that one fourth. A break then to Crown Duo, followed by Noah Yarn. Celtic Revenge has been wide all the way as they come to the hurdle near the 1100, or the leader tucked into it. They're followed by Classic Kid, and further back in the field then Super Cobra, followed by Lone Shark, Worldwide Web. A long way back as the Rampager going past the 1,000 metre mark, and Sir Tankard's last of all. Over the third last, the Benz with a much better leap at that one. Led River Boy, who's under pressure. Knockrow under pressure in third placing two, passed by Zidane, who after making a mistake is putting himself in with the show. A break then further back to Crown Duo under a lot of pressure from Noah Yarn, Classic Kid, Celtic Revenge, and they're followed by Super Cobra, Lone Shark, Worldwide Web, and a break then to the Rampager a long way back, and Sir Tankard round the turn now, and Zidane sprinted up and joined Zabenz, and they go to the lead together with about 500 to go and 2 to get over. Zidane the outside and Zabenz on the rail, clear to River Boy, and then a break to Knockrow. Zidane over the second last one in front of Zabenz, who's trying to kick back, and they're well clear to River Boy, and a very long break to Sir Cobra and Knockrow. The last a telling jump at it. They both jumped it well. Zabenz the inside and Zidane. Zabenz drew a neck in front, drew a half in front, 100 left to go. Zabenz 3/4, Zidane well clear to River Boy, but Zabenz first start over the jumps, led virtually all the way and came away. Zabenz won it well by over 2 lengths. Zidane about 7 lengths to River Boy third, followed by Super Cobra, Worldwide Web, both making a little ground, and a break then to the Rampage at Knockrow, followed by Crown Duo, and then Lone Shark, Sir Tankard, Classic Kid. Then came Celtic Revenge, who's next to last, and Noah Yarn was last of all. Zabenz first start over the jumps, led virtually all the way, shared the lead until about the 1600 when he got to a clear advantage, and although he tucked into one about 1100 from home, it's been otherwise an outstanding debut performance over the hurdles. 17 Zabenz, trained by Robert Smerton, ridden by Martin Mills, has led in a fast run race virtually all the way. Second placing goes to number 4, Zidane, ridden by Wayne Smith, and third, number 3, River Boy, ridden by Bill Williams. In the Henry Bolte trial hurdle, numbers are 17, 4 and 3, and the time 3:3.9. Yeah, good victory to this 4-year-old, a son of Zabeel, having just his 23rd race outing. He'd only won the one race before today anywhere, but that just might be his forte because he jumped pretty well in a fast run race at his first start over the jumps and then drew away again with his flat ability over the closing stages. Good win, and they usually only improve from their first start over the jumps. Second race today, the Murray Cox Handicap, take out 11, the Thracian, race number 2 from headquarters at 12:40.
Thanks, Greg. Okay, yeah, it looks like he's going to have a future as a jumper, and there he is winning the first Zabenz. Beautifully bred, and he won from Zidane, so the ZZ's in the first, and River Boy about 28, 40, 40, 10 and 584 the trifecta. But a nice performance to win the trial hurdle by Zabenz after the first.
They too, though.